Hello, beautiful seekers, seers, shifters. Welcome back to the Existential Shift. Honored to have you. If you're new, hello, my name is Morgainne, and this is the Existential Shift. If you enjoy this video, these messages, if you're inspired, taught, helped, triggered, be sure to subscribe and join the shift. Okay, it's going to be wild. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're figuring out the end of 2022. I can't believe it's already December almost, Saggy season, and it's a wrap on this year that has been just as dramatic as the ones that were before it. I'm not going to talk about 2023. We're wrapping up 2022 for everyone. We're going to see how the last month of the year is gonna work out for you. I'm going to start with general collective for Sagittarius season, and then I'm going to move to working by the elements. Okay, so we're going to do earth signs, water signs, fire signs, and air signs. I see I have people in the chat. Please be sure to say hello to me. If you're here live, let me know where you're tuning in from, what sign you are. Even if you're watching this after the live as a recording, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what sign you are. I love knowing. It's just fun for me. Pretty much. It's fun for me to know where you guys are from. Sag season. Okay, I see a lot of people in the chat. No one said hi. Where are you guys? There's something wrong with the chat. There's a lot of people here, but usually you guys are more chatty. Let me just make sure that the chat is. Chat seems fine. Oh, here. Hello. There you guys are. Oh. Erica, hi. Hello, Shifter Sagittarius here. Cool. Ready for a new moon and a new energy. Prosperity and true love. Please. Amen. Edward, namaste and hello. Cancer here in the Windy City chill. Cool. All right. It's also a fucus season, by the way, because the end of November until about mid-December, like 28th of November until 18th of December-ish is Ophiuchus. So it's both Saggy and Ophi season. You're from Ridgeland. Okay, that's awesome. All right. Okay, let's you guys keep doing your thing, and every now and then I'll peek. But I want to take a moment to focus on December. So I'm getting the image of clouds covering the sun, which makes sense because it's winter and it's cold. Hey, Ashley from Canada, Toronto. That's awesome. Welcome. So I've just been getting this image of clouds covering the sun. And I was saying that it makes sense for a Sagittarius season because it is winter, it's chilly in the northern hemisphere. And then I immediately got the sensation of the sun was like, it's almost like comic. It's a little bit like mischievous. Like the sun is like, okay, the clouds are covering me, but I'm still the sun. And I kind of got an image of the sun just kind of sneaking into everyone's hearts and kind of beaming out, and our heart becoming the sun, that it can't be covered by the clouds. So it's almost like, oh my God, that was tacky, but nice. I still like it. It's almost like, okay, if there's an energy that is still confusing, right? Yesterday we had Neptune square Mars, and things are still on the process of clearing themselves out for the collective, okay? Individually and collectively. But things are still kind of a combination of us beginning to gain clarity about what has been going on around us, but also the the deceit was so intense that it's still murking the water. Is that what you can say? Murking the water? It makes things still very thick and hard to see through. And it's like truth, light, the divine kind of helping us expand our frequency into more awareness. It's almost like it's not even trying to go through the clouds in December. It's like letting these forces believe that they're succeeding in blindfolding us. Now, when I say forces, it could be on a grand scale of a collective societal matter, or it could be however it plays out in your life. If you had a level of deceit in your life that you suffered from, whatever the case may be, however it applies on the micro or on the macro, it's like God is telling you, like, let them do their thing. Let them think that they're fooling you, but still speak to your peers, to people around you, still know what it is that you're learning, because the light is within. You don't need clarity from the outside. You don't need a clear sky to see. You need a clear mind and a clear heart to see. That's the general guidance for December spiritually for everyone. Voodoo Ninja, welcome. Um, yes, it's Sag season, baby. Sag and Ophi. Ashley, you're saving this video? Good. Thank you. Voodoo Ninja, thank you so much for moderating. It's very helpful. I appreciate it. Erica, thank you for sharing your gifts with us. You are a true blessing. You guys are a true blessing. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. But thank you. What else for everyone for this season, for the end of 2022? How are we wrapping it? Okay, so we're wrapping it with certain forces still under the illusion that they control us or have us fooled, but we're already in the process of working our way out of it and waking up. And I think the true blows for any individuals or organizations and or leaderships, however it played out, forces that have blindfolded us, the exterior out in the open consequences of their actions will happen once Pluto moves from Capricorn to Aquarius, which happens next February, March. So that would be a whole other conversation. Right now, there's still some of them are still under the impression that they can get away with things. They cannot. They will not. That's a really great message to receive. Thank you for that. And with Saturn moving into Pisces, it's not going to create confusion for Saturnian. Okay, so the shadow aspect of Saturn, any entities that have abused their power, for example, to in ways of corruption, they will go into the murky, shadowy energies of Pisces, and it will feel very, very lost and very scary for a good amount of time. Those energies that have utilized their influence and leadership, Saturnian, and knowledge to stay strong for themselves and for others and do the right thing, and they've followed what's right and truth and justice for all, will step into the spiritual, blessed, healing energy of Pisces. Okay, because every planet has its shadow and light, every sign has its shadow and light. So the same transit, aka either Pluto going into Aquarius and then Saturn going into Pisces, etc., plays out in two different ways, depending on who's who or what's what. Okay. Erica, wow, my new affirmation, the clouds may cover me, but I am still with the sun. I don't need a clear sky to see. Thank you for summarizing my words in such a concise manner. I appreciate that. I needed to remember the light is still here, even when we can't quite see it. Yes. And it's the ancient cliche of the light is inside of us, right? We always say that, but we forget it. We seek outside for guidance and clarity, and it's inside. It's in your instincts, it's in how your body responds to something someone says, be it in front of you or on the screen. And you can learn to recognize when you're operating or making a decision that is based in fear but lack of logic, as opposed to based in bravery and truth. It's very hard to decipher when you're in the fear. And usually it happens to people who always normally shun their fear on regular times, right? Oh, I'm scared of this. I'm going to push it away. I'm going to do it anyway. It means that they don't know how to work with their fear. They don't know how to honor their fear. They don't know how to listen to their fear when their fear is actually pointing to danger. And then what happens is, because they have not had a relationship with their fear, which is a very important survival mechanism that is meant to help us, okay, and save us, because for most of their life they were told to fear is the enemy and blah, 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 and they never had a relationship with their fear. Once something truly scary happens, then the survival mechanism will take over any of your decision, and then the fear will absolutely take over. And that is when, the only thing to fear is fear itself plays out or becomes applicable. Only then. Normally, fear is a good friend that we ought to listen to and have engage in conversation with. But those who have not been engaging in conversation with their own fears are those who succumb to it the most. Edward, in physics too, never forget the sun and the moon shine whether we see them or not. That's very true. Okay. That was the collective message. Okay, guys, I'm going to start with giving messages for the signs. We're going to go by the elements, okay? Earth signs, water signs, fire signs, and air signs. Before I begin, I will begin with earth signs. If you're timestamping this, thank you. Be sure to start with the collective message, spiritual collective message for everyone in the beginning, and then move on to the elements. And what else? Oh, as you can see here below, if you're interested in a reading, in a live personal reading, asking me a question or just letting me see what the cards have to say, this is how you can book right here. You also have the links and the information below in the description box and in the pinned comment in the chat. If you're a moderator, feel free to copy paste my pinned comment every now and then in the chat so people know. So once you book the reading, I will see the notification right here, and I will start giving you your readings after we're done with the elements, but be sure to book in advance and not wait till the end. Okay. All right. So, and you can ask about anything, about any topic. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. How will 2022 end for you? Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. How will 2022 end for you? For me, it already started on a good note. My sister yesterday, my younger sister told me that she got engaged. They got engaged in Paris, her and her now fiance. So that was really good news. Made me really happy for them. They're very, very sweet together. So yeah, so that's a celebration for me anyway. Okay, but now let's focus on my earth signs. I'm sorry, guys. Just really wanted to share. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. End of 2022. How will 2022 end for my earth signs? Okay. Okay, let's start with this. So I have here Page of Swords and Eight of Cups, and then Four of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Okay. You seem to have been or are moving away from something that you've had on your mind for a very long time that you tried to make sense of. Could be a relationship, a dynamic, work. You really tried to plan it out, to sort it out, to figure it out, to communicate it, to write it, to understand it, to analyze it, to decipher, to make sense of it. And it always felt like you're just chasing your own tail and not reaching conclusions. And you seem to just be moving away from that and not trying anymore, just letting go of it and being like, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not dealing with this anymore. At this point, you just want to let go of it and give up on it. And ironically enough, once you completely let go of it and surrender to whatever will be, and not try to make sense of it, because apparently you're not meant to make sense of it, I see you receiving an invitation or an offer or a reach out to belong to something very, very powerful and very abundant and very big. It's something that will influence your life on many levels and possibly change them. I see you, some of you have been on your own for a while, in your mind, in your head, in your journey, maybe in your spiritual process, kind of taking your leave into figuring life out. And you think to yourself that this is probably how this year will end, or you don't see really the end of it, but it's gonna sneak up on you. And like I see you like suddenly, it's almost like a man walking in the desert for a very, very long time. And then they see a Fata Morgana and they think to themselves, this is just an illusion. So they walk towards it just for the entertainment of it because they're like, what the hell? You know, so many things have turned out to not be real or not be true that I may as well just go into the illusion and see what's up. And then the more they, bridge the gap and the more they get closer and closer to that Fata Morgana, it becomes more and more solidified and less murky and less phasey, and they realize it's real. Like that island, that place, that person, that job, that situation, that home, however it plays out for you, it's real, it's solid, and you enter the gates and you're in this new world with a lot of people. I see a lot of people. I see you connecting with, I see you after being very solitary, I'm sorry, for a while, connecting to a community, a group, a place. Now, again, it could be a job, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be meeting someone who has a family and you go from single to having a big family, something like that. So this is actually very nice. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. Hello, William. Let me take a sip. Okay. I want to get clarifications. What is it that my earth signs are moving away from or letting go of? Wow. Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment, reaching where you wanted to reach, getting the things you've been trying to get, holding on to faith, holding on to hope that this will happen to you. But guess what? You let go of this, and this happens 10 instead of 9, earth instead of water. Way more solid, way more long term, way more abundant, better than you hoped. So earth signs, this is really great. Better than you hope. When you let go of the thing you were hoping for, something way better comes along. Just happens. Any other clarification for my earth signs for the end of 2022, please? Maybe more details about this Ten of Pentacles. The Hermit. It's something old. So if this is a person, maybe there's a little bit of an age gap between the two of you. If this is not a person, if this is a place and it's a place that has been around for a while, it's not like it's not like new out of the covers, right? It's something with history. It's something with a story. Um, it has even a level of wisdom to it. This is someone with a lot of knowledge and guidance. This could be family. This could be a family member that, you know, they've been around, obviously, because they're your family. You know them, but maybe you've never been so close with them, but suddenly they show up in your life somehow. And I do see property of some sort. I don't know if it's a home, a real estate, a land, but there's something ancestral to it. Something with a story. One more for clarity. Ace of Swords. This is just as it should be. Like, so for those of you that this reading resonates with, if you've been solitary or on your own or in your own head for a while and kind of distant, this has been like a bridge between what you were in to this new time. And it's like, it's destined. It's in your chart, probably. Um, it's like in your soul DNA. It's something that was always meant to be. So everything, if things have seemed like, like they're stretching and like they're not moving anywhere, things will start moving exactly in the right timing. The universe will let you know. So you go from the Page of Swords, trying to understand the reason and the sense of the universe and why things are the way they are and what is happening, to just getting all confused about it. And then when the universe wants you to know, it comes and tells you. Simple as that. Beautiful. Okay, earth signs. Okay. Thank you, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's do water sign. I'm just gonna, I forgot to turn on the AC. Give me one moment. It's raining outside. Ashley, it has, asking a question has nothing to do with being patient with God. The cards don't go against God, and spiritual guidance doesn't go against God. I mean, do whatever you want, but um, it's not in contradiction. We all need guidance. Okay. I feel like sometimes people think or confuse the cards to be about um, fortune telling. It's an aspect of the cards, but if you've been around the channel, then you know it's not what I focus on. I can do it, but it's not what I focus on, and it's not the meaning and essence of the cards. The cards are about guidance and advice and spiritual insight and a bridge between us and the divine, and us and ourselves, us and our psyche, us and our higher self. So it's not about, knowing what will be and skipping stages. Quite the opposite. It's about being really much in tune with the stages that we might be missing out on with the help of the cards. And of course, they have the element of fortune telling and seeing into the future, but it's just one potential timeline out of many. Um, Alice, hi, love you and your readings. Thank you so much. Hello, France. Welcome, welcome. You don't need to be a Sag. It's Sagittarius season. It's for everyone. It's all signs. Um, it's for everyone. Okay. Sag season meaning December, the end of 2022. Okay. So we did Earth signs. Now we're doing water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. How will this year end for my water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the end of 2022, December. Hmm. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Message for my water signs. How will 2022 end for you? For water signs, please. You're underwater. Water signs, you are underwater. Holding back. Could you be more watery? Okay. Message for my water signs for the end of 2022. Okay, yeah, you're in your zone. Six of Cups. Show me more. Okay. Show me more. The water signs. Show me more for water signs. Okay. Whoa! Wow. So we start with Six of Cups and Eight of Wands. And then we have dun, 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 the Fool, the Hermit again, and then the High Priestess. Okay. So the end of the year is symbolized by the past returning. So there's a redo of the past or a going into the past or starting anew with something or someone from the past. Okay. Communication, travel, movement. There is some sort of a journey or a travel possibly to meet someone that you know from the past. Okay, so that it's in its most simplistic aspect. Okay, now we have the Hermit and the High Priestess for the details. Okay, so these are really wise cards, very mature, very knowledgeable, very spiritual, wise cards. They're both the archetype of, both of them are both the archetype of the teacher and of the student, both of them, because you can't be as wise as they are without constantly learning, right? There's also the myth of Merlin and Morgainne Le Fay coming through. In ancient lore, they are said to, it's said that Merlin was one of Morgainne Le Fay's teachers in Avalon, in the Arthurian legend, and so on and so forth. And if you're not familiar, Avalon was the island of the priestesses in the Arthurian legend. Morgainne Le Fay was King Arthur's sister. He ruled Camelot, she ruled Avalon, and she was his advisor. Unlike a lot of the more modern Christian versions in which they vilify her, she was absolutely not a villain. Christianity, I love you, but you know what? You've done some stuff. Like there's so much distortion to so many things in the past 2,000 years that I think it's the responsibility of Christian people to fix. A lot of the things that the Catholic Church has done and the Inquisition has done, um, I think it's Christians today that have the responsibility to undo and to fix and to heal. If you want to honor your faith, make sure you honor those you've hurt. Not you, but those that came before you. Anyway, so back to water signs. So either you're really stepping up into very deep knowledge and becoming very aware of so many other levels and layers of life that you thought you knew, but now you know more. Or you're connecting with someone really special that is at the same level. Okay, same level of wisdom, same level of knowledge, same level of frequency or approach to life, because both of them are very, esoteric, spiritual, can be very reclusive, secluded, closed within themselves in order to get to know themselves and guide others. So if you know someone from your past that sounds like this thing, this person, this interaction, for some of you it's a place, and for some of you it's an actual teacher or student, okay, because of the very strong archetype that is coming through here. I feel like I'm missing something. If you were thinking about taking a risk and maybe teaching, absolutely do it. You're absolutely ready. Some of you are going to revise something that you did in the past and do it on a more deep level or in a different way, but it's still on the same topic, something like that. Maybe you know more today, so you can do more. Bonsoir, Helen. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Water signs. This looks really cool and exciting for you guys. All right. Next is fire signs. So we did earth, we did water. Now we're doing fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hi, fire. What's up? How you doing? Okay. How will 2022 end for you, fire signs? We're going by the elements, right? So it's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. How will 2022 end for you? Okay. Oh, we have a lot of cards. So we start with Knight of Swords and Six of Wands. Excuse me, I choked. Queen of Cups, Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Three of Swords. Okay, I need to sit this one out. I need to look at this. Fire signs. Something is going to come to a head. There's going to be a clash between you and someone that there's some sort of rivalry with, or competition, or one of you charges at it alone, and the other, I think, and I feel like you are the other, is coming at it supported with people and community who believe in you. I feel like there's someone in your life that maybe it started as a friendship or there was a connection and somehow they turned frenemy and somehow they turned enemy. Like things kind of escalated in a weird way and they hold a grudge or a pain of some sort and they're going to confront you. And you'll be able to deal with, they're going to try to like hold you in your track with your success. Now, there are more people on your side than there are on their side. I'm not automatically saying that you're in the right and they're in the wrong because of that. You know, sometimes justice walks alone, but it's not to say either this or that. I'm not sure actually. But the result of this is painful. I don't think you can make amends with this person. I think it's something to let go of. I think it's something that if they're very mad and upset, I don't know that you can fix this. There's an incredible level of betrayal or feeling of betrayal, I'm sorry, and sadness and hurt. And someone is holding it in and they're going to hold it on for a very long time. Someone is really hurt by something. And it could be that it's two people. There's the person, maybe the person that is really hurt isn't the one charging, isn't the one like that is coming at the other person. Um, yep, got that at work, up for the same promotion. I've never seen this side of her. Oh, wow. Hi, my life. Welcome. Just sitting here peacefully with one of my cats purring on my lap. That's cool. Taking a break from household duties, as you should, girl. Say hi to Kitty. Um, yeah, this seems. I don't see this. Seems dramatic and painful, and I don't see this end well. But message for my fire signs. How will it turn out for them, or maybe guidance or advice? King of Wands. Hold your cool. Stay cool. Do right. Don't lash. Don't like if they lash at you or say all kinds of hurtful things, it's going maybe even if it's going to be hard, which I'm sure it will, be the better person and don't be tempted to lash back or to get also aggressive or something like that. Keep your regal appearance. Now, I have to say this for those five, like, because I don't see the backstory. Why are they so hurt? What is going on? So, if I'm not saying that that happened, but if, dear fire sign, you have done something to maybe take from them or at their expense or whatever, um, on top of what I just said, I also recommend to be accountable and try to do the right thing because here's the thing that I'm seeing. You are likely to get away with it. If you're in the right, then great. But if you're in the wrong and you're getting away with it, things tend to come back to us when we least expect it, and not necessarily from that person, just karma. So maybe try to make things right after the winds settle. If there's something you can do to correct this, again, if you did something, I'm not saying maybe, if you can do something to correct it, please do. Just for you, recommendation for you and for them, because whatever this is, it's. But I do see that you need to exert bravery and keep it in. It's like I'm seeing you keeping it in, like holding the pain in or holding the hurt in. And there's also someone who can give you advice. If there's someone you're thinking that you might give a call or text or just stop by and ask for advice, if you're thinking about it, then they're absolutely saying yes. There's someone that can give you really sound advice here. Um, okay. Fire signs, good luck. And now we have, last but not least, air signs. So let's clear this out. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Beautiful air signs. Geminis, Libra, and Aquarius. For the end of 2022. How will 2022 end for you, air signs? How will 2022 end for you, air signs? Eight of Cups has been coming up in all the readings, right? Eight of Cups and 10 of Wands. A lot of letting go. Show me more for air signs. The Moon. And, okay. And Queen of Pentacles. All right. 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups, the Moon, and Queen of Pentacles. And they're all going toward the Queen of Pentacles, who's just sitting there being like, yep. Okay. So, air signs, you have been journeying towards someone, towards this Queen of Cups. And it's been a long journey with a lot of challenges and maybe a sense of responsibility or a sense of burden. You've been carrying a lot on your back on your way to them. But you're going from 10 of Wands to 8 of Cups. You need to, in order for the journey to be, because it's going to get complicated. If you're trying to reach this person, you're going to have to go through a mist of tests and riddles. I know it's almost like an oracle sitting behind a riddle, or tests, right? It's almost like a spiritual, energetic, shamanic journey toward this person. Like there are certain things you have to let go of in order to be able to even walk on the path that leads to them, because they won't accept these certain things. Could be bad behavior, could be aspects of your past, could be whatever. They're very discerning. They're going to be like, oh, you're not bringing all this shit up to my door. You're not going to throw this on me. They're not taking other people's trash into them. That's not what they do. I see this as a person who fertilizes, who builds, who creates, who focuses on life. They don't take other people's bullshit to help them. They're like, if you're coming here, you have to come somewhat ready, or at least not full of everyone else's junk. Get rid of everyone else's junk that you took on yourself. We don't have time or energy for this, or room for this, because it's a master producer, the Queen of Pentacles, like creating something constantly, creating something out of nothing. It's in constant mode of creation, so there's no room. Like it's one thing if it's manure, right? Like soil that can turn in something that can nourish the soil. That's another thing, but this Queen of Pentacles is saying, no, this is not, no, this will just be like plastic bottles all over, right? And it's like there's a demand to just drop it all and come clean. Come clean, come empty hand, not like with nothing to offer. I mean, like sincere, clear, free. And I'm telling you already, look at this. Just look at this. It's not just going to be an easy, like, they're going to have questions. They're going to have insight. They're going to have standards. I don't know if that applies. I guess it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about love, or if we're talking about a workplace of some sort, like it's something that demands a lot of you, but it's not really a demand. It's like Okay, if you see all these burdens and all these nonsense and all these plastic bottles that you're carrying as something that is important to you, then it will feel like you're asked to sacrifice or do something that you don't want to do. However, if you're already at a place in your mind where you understand that these are all just nonsense that you've taken upon you that not serve you anymore, that are only bringing you down, then you understand that this person is like, I don't want you to bring me down with it. So this moon here, it's almost like we talked about in the beginning, how the sun tricks the clouds and just speaks to you straight through your heart. It's like, okay, is your light true enough, or is your truth bright enough to find your way through these clouds and get here, right? So this could be a spiritual test, a spiritual shamanic, what's the word? Oh, I can't believe I forget this word. A passage. This could be a person. This could be a job. Anything that demands of you to strip yourself off of bullshit and come legit. Okay, so if it's a job place, they're not going to have you do all kinds of other bullshit. Like they'll want you to focus on the work and on creating what it is that this company or place want to create. If it's a person, they're like, don't bring me your past exes or issues and all that jazz. We need to build something together, right? Apply, copy, paste. If it's your own new sense of self, if you're building a new sense of self, you can't carry all the past characteristics that you've put on as a costume for different situations that it applied to. No longer applies to it, right? Yeah. That's pretty cool, air signs. That was deep. I did not expect that. No offense. I mean, you're deep, but just saying. Very cool. Okay, let's do some oracles for everyone. Hello, Aaron. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to finish up with some oracles. Let's start with the I Ching. The I Ching are always... No, we're going to finish up with the I Ching. Helen resonates. Gemini rising here. Cool. Okay. I'm going to do the enchanted map first. Bottom of the deck, ride the wave. That's so pretty. So, message for all my seekers, collective, live and watching the recording, and the enchanted map, everyone. By the way, please be sure to hop on to Onboard the Shift. It's our sister channel. It's our new sister channel. All the 13th element videos and other rants of mine on various topics will be posted there. So subscribe. The premiere of the first video is on the 24th. It's already scheduled, but it would be great if you could subscribe before that and give that premiere video a like to support it and to help it echo once it premieres, to give it a good start. Okay, so be sure to go on board the shift. It's a part of our new journey. It's a new aspect of our journey, sorry. And of course, if you want to study tarot, check out Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. It's available for unlimited streaming for a monthly membership that you can cancel anytime over on Patreon. It's also available for separate purchasing on Vimeo. Links are below. But check out Patreon because over there you have also Karmic Shift and Liberation, all 12 signs, um, and daily rune messages that I post there with Animal Spirit Oracle. So check it out. Okay. They've been shuffling a lot. End of 2022. What do all my seekers need to know? Unexpected visitor. What a pretty card. Okay. Unexpected visitor. Let's pull more cards. There's a little bunny here. Maybe you're visited by a bunny. And solitude. Okay. This really kind of matches the readings that we've had. So I feel like this person here, she's in this tower of solitude. I've been closed up in whatever solitary energy this symbolizes. Could be physical, could be mental, could be emotional, could be all of the above. And I see like the end of 2022, it's like she opens a little crack in the door, like the door opens just and she peeks out for literally unexpected visitors. I feel like something will interrupt your solitude for those of you that this applies to. Like will interrupt, not like in a bad way, like surprise, break that solitude. Like you're going from being your own island, literally. And this is so beautiful and so lush. So I feel like it looks solitary from the outside, but it's like maybe you've created something beautiful inside. Like there's a lot of abundance, a lot of beauty, a lot of creativity. Maybe you went through a lot of healing, so your inner world is really poetic and beautiful and healed and lush. Um, and that's what you've been like cooking. I don't know, in this tower of solitude, you've been recreating yourself. And now that there are these unexpected visitors or visitor, it's like you're going to show yourself as the new you for the first time. That's both exciting and scary. Anything else? Wow. Deep freeze and mountain. Yeah, you've been in deep freeze. Seeing some of you that have been really, really secluded or in your own inner world. Um, it felt very barren, very empty, like you could hear your own, like when you spoke, it echoed. That's how empty it felt around you. It's like you've been hibernating, whether you're aware of it or not. Some of you have been molded by spirit into turning into this mountain, like the Oracle of Delphi. And some of you felt like you couldn't be heard on the outside, so you had to speak up on the inside in a way. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh my God, the bottom of the deck coming to life. Yeah, you're waking back up to life after a deep freeze, but it's like a caterpillar that has been in a cocoon, melting down to its molecular structure, and it's painful and it's scary, but then suddenly it grows up, it suddenly it reshapes itself into a butterfly and breaks out of that cocoon. That's what I'm seeing. Um, Helen, yes, a lot. I started working from home during lockdown and I'm still in, but I've done a lot of work, spiritual, etc. Yep, that makes sense. So now it's like coming to life and balancing balancing act. I'm going to read the from the book, The Coming to Life, because I feel like it concludes all of this really well. Okay. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities, and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know, things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. Yeah. This card indicates that a long held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. It circles back to the earth signs reading. Um, where is it? Possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Uh, all you have to do is show up. These cards are so pretty. Okay, let's do I want to pull I Ching. And I think that will be well, we'll see. I'm not sure. Okay. Ashley, thank you so much for the 10 Canadian dollars. Really appreciate it. Nothing but love, Morgainne. Back to you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Helen, a spirit animal, please. I was just thinking that. I'll do it. I was just thinking I want to do spirit animals. Thank you, Ashley, for the super chat. Thank you. Okay. So, message for all my seekers and seers and shifters for the end of 2022. Okay. Number 11. And I'm going to read. Tie peace above earth, below heaven. Heaven and earth unite. I like the sound of that. A peaceful paradise. In winter, peace is found through rest. In spring, peace is found through action. Heaven influences earth through the cycle of seasons, and all living things prosper by harmonizing with them. Thus, the wise person finds peace by finding heaven within his or her own earthly being. That's beautiful. Also, the notion of bringing heaven back down to earth, I want to just share with you, it's a very Jewish concept. So, you know how different faiths have different belief system when it comes to the afterlife, right? So, Christianity, for example, has heaven and hell, right? The good go there, the bad go there. In Judaism, there is no heaven afterlife or hell afterlife. There is the constant purpose of the soul to bring heaven, to bring God to earth, making earth into heaven. So the point of our journey here is turning this planet, this earth into heaven, into the divine. Erica, thank you so much for the $9.99. I really appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. And I think it really resonates and aligns with spiritual teachings, with ancient spiritual teachings and some spiritual new age, and also with New Earth, where it's about raising the frequency of the planet and of our existence and getting ourselves closer to, into alignment with the divine or with God. Heaven is a place on earth. And I love this message of bring heaven to earth, because this is our duty. And also in Judaism, reincarnation is a part of it. We reincarnate for the sake of constantly doing that work of improving ourselves, making ourselves more divine, thus bring the divine closer to us because it is able to align with our frequency, right? We raise ourselves, we bring heaven down, and we create a new earth, pretty much. So I always find it interesting how so many seemingly new spiritual concepts and teachings are actually very ancient and are just rebranded or repackaged or just retold. But this is literally like in the first books of the Torah, and I love it. I'm still in the process of learning about my own birth religion, like so many spiritual notions that I've learned and even reached my own conclusions about. With time, I learned that, hey, we can find it in the book. It's already there, which is fascinating to me. It's also fascinating how we can not know something is written somewhere and reach that conclusion ourselves as we do the spiritual work and just tap into spirit and gain our own, understanding of the divine, which is in alignment with what, our ancient ancestors have already known. Beautiful. Okay. You mentioned animal spirit, and I was considering, and now that you're saying it, I think I'll do it. Okay. Let's clear the table. The sphere of the foundation before the kingdom, uniting both heaven and earth. Yes, it's called a sphira in the tree of life. So foundation is in Hebrew yesod. So yes, that's true. What was I doing? Okay, I'm gonna put these back here just to clear the table and make room. I can't see it, but I'm making it pretty for me, so I have like a clear eyesight. Okay. Let's see what the animal spirit have to say. I do animal spirit regularly, by the way, on Patreon when I do the daily rune messages. Okay, message for all seekers from the animal spirit for the end of 2022. It's pouring rain outside, by the way. Love the atmosphere. Animal spirit for my seekers, please. Deer, earth energy. Okay. and phoenix and hyena, and beaver and unicorn. Okay. So we have earth, water, air, and ether. We don't have fire on the table. But, Phoenix is very fiery as well, so we kind of do. Ooh, some of you are not going to appreciate me after this message. Okay. I'm picking up on spiritual fartness. On spiritual bypassing and guidance as to how not to be that person. Everyone listen, it's important. Even those of you who are absolutely certain it's not about you. So you're very sensitive, you're an empath, you grew up very sensitive, of course. You're here. That makes sense. And with time, you've empowered and grew and strengthened through your spiritual work and through your emotional work, also of transmuting the pain and the anger, which is beautiful. But some of you have went astray into the ego where you feel like your spiritual work is the only thing that matters in this world. And that creates a level of snarkiness or vanity or patronizing others. Like that if someone is like in the material world or in this plane, actually working with their hands and actions to bring heaven down to earth, because the work needs to be done through this planet. You can't bring heaven down to earth if you're obsessing on the heavens and getting to heaven and being heavenly, because then you're just mentally there, physically here, but not doing anything to bridge the gap. And that just drifts you away from what you think or claim to be. But here comes this pair, the counteracting with the unicorn and the beaver being like, this behavior will only get you halfway. But being inspired by the beaver will get you to the wholesomeness, to the full Monty. So if you really want to be special and mystique and spiritual, incorporate the earthly realm worldly work. Get out there and bring in the bread and show up for people and be accountable and be an active part of society and contribute to people around you and be informed and do the diligent, sometimes uncomfortable job. Cleanliness is holy. It's a Japanese notion or an Asian notion where in the Japanese culture, cleaning is considered a very spiritual practice. You clean your environment, you clean your soul, and you make room for your mind to think clearly. That, seemingly act of service, of very humble act of service, a job, or just an act of just cleaning, right? Taking away the dirt, making room for clarity. Be in the field. Clear the dirt, do the work, make room for spirit. Battle corruption, call out injustice. I just did a video about that. A message for, I called it, it's the most recent video, a message for seers who know what these crazy times are about and are not worried. That's what I captioned it. And on the thumbnail, there's a picture of me, hi, saying not to worry. Watch it. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Absolutely. Because you clear out anything that blocks spirit from entering. So the animal spirit just gave us a real kick in the booty. It's like, oh yeah, you want to ascend? Ascension is here. Ascension is right here. When you dig really, really, really deep to the bottom of the earth, you come out the other side. Down is up. The lowest spheres, the lowest sphere in the tree of life are actually the upper ones. So the tree of life, where's the Ten of Pentacles? Ah, darn it. I want to show you because in the Rider-Waite tarot and in a lot of decks, the Ten of Pentacles has the tree of life in it. Where are you? Ten of Pentacles. There it is. Okay. You see? This is the tree of life. Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, and then all the way down to Yesod. Okay, these are the 10 spheres. So seemingly it's like a tree, right? With a trunk and then the highest branches. But it's actually to the tree there are roots, and those roots are the branches. A tree can only climb as high as the depth of its roots. And it's circular. This highest point is this lowest point. It's actually a circle, and everything in life is a circle. Okay, so I'm not going to mess up with my card. I'm not going to ruin it, but you're getting the picture. This and that are equal. It's like in the chakra system. The crown chakra, crown, hello, and the root chakra, it's not the lowest and the highest. It's a circle that closes up. It's an energy. It's not really linear. It's circular. I don't know how to explain it, but in a way that makes sense. But a lot of times when your crown chakra is blocked and you're obsessing on working on the higher chakras, you're supposed to work on the lower chakras. Supposed to work on the if you work on the root chakra, that will by default also release your crown chakra. Okay, because these two ends to this line of view, they're not really ends. And in math, there is no line. It's a theoretical notion, a line. Because if you continue forever sketching the line, continue, eventually, if you continue nonstop, you'll reach the beginning. So all lines are just a circle. Okay, so our linear aspect is also circular. The above is the below, and vice versa. The heaven is the earth. We need to bring them together in our consciousness so it will actually play out in reality. Okay, I think that these are the messages. I think we're done here for today. Thank you everyone for joining me. I really, really appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your 2022. Stay magic, stay true. I love you. I'm going to do the tarot scopes, the readings for all the signs for December. Don't worry. Not to worry. Bye.